The reason I love teaching creative filmmaking to students is I grew up as a kid loving to make films and movies, and so being able to tell a story and share my emotions or share my feelings on something or my creative ideas, I always love that. And so for me, getting the opportunity to give that back and teach other people, teach students how to do the same thing, how to take an idea and run with it and turn it into a story, to share their emotions and their feelings and their creative styles that they have. That's what I love most about and why I got into teaching and teaching creative filmmaking.
I want this to be subtle. I want this to be subtle, right? So bell rings quickly, everybody's getting up. You have a little pep in your step, right? A little pep, little pep. And then
everybody has a story. Whether you're like me and grew up kind of telling your own little stories and watching other movies and getting inspired, or maybe something has happened in your life that inspired you, or maybe there's something that you're really passionate about or have a lot of emotion towards that you really want to get out there to the world and let everybody see it. With YouTube and things like the internet, you're able to get your story out to anybody in the world instantaneously. The idea of you creating something that means a lot to you and then sharing it with the world is such an important thing. And that's why I think it's so important for people to learn about filmmaking and how to tell their story, whatever that story is because then they're able to share it with others, and that can be a huge impact on the world.
Happy? Good.
I love the opportunity of collaborating with others and being around other people and lifting others up and helping them achieve things they want to achieve. And I have told my own stories in the past and done my own projects, and I still will always have some side projects that I do. But really I feel like my main calling and my main focus right now in life is to help other people, especially people that are trying to learn how to tell their story. That can be a very difficult thing for some people. Some people it just comes naturally. Some people it's more difficult and they need people to kind of help them along the way. And so I think that there's always a part of that with filmmaking and especially technologies, and as you learn new things, I feel like for me it's another thing I'm supposed to do, which is I've learned knowledge, I should share that with others and pass it on to the next generation. And so that's one of the main reasons I am sharing this knowledge and information I've learned rather than just going out and making stuff for myself.
The actual movie that they shot with professional cameras that was all shaky and it was so controversial was The Bourne Identity. I don't know if y'all seen those Bourne movies with Matt Damon. The very first one, Bourne Identity, was all shaky cam. I mean, not all. A bunch of the action scenes and stuff were all filmed handheld. And there was like mixed emotions from the people that
when you're first learning how to do this kind of stuff and going through the process, it's real easy to just kind of go out, shoot footage, put it together, go out, shoot footage, put it together, and you kind of just do the same thing over and over, and you never really get any better because there's no one there to tell you, hey, why don't you try this, or hey, why don't you try that, or hey, maybe do this different next time. And to have that person there with you is such an important thing, is they come in with that fresh set of eyes, that fresh brain, that fresh idea, and they kind of help you along the way on those little slip-ups or mess-ups or things that need to be done differently and can help you get back on the right track.
It just matters that we both know that. And so that's the same thing here. Once we all are on the same page with what a wide shot is and a medium shot and a close-up, then I can be hey, give me a close-up of that. I don't like that. A little closer. Oh, hey, let's try an extreme close-up there. And then we're talking on the
As a teacher, as an instructor, as a mentor, there's nothing more gratifying than to see that final project completed by a student. The look on their face, the excitement they have about completing something, and then being able to watch something that they completed, that they poured their blood, sweat, and tears into. To know that along the way when they had questions, we talked about it. I gave them an idea, or I helped them and nudged them along the way, and then eventually they forced themselves, worked themselves to the very end and hit export on that final project, and then get to share it with your class, to share it with the world, to share it with their parents, and be able to be proud of that. There's really nothing that's more gratifying than getting to see that final product at the end. So that's really one of my favorite things about this, and really why I do this whole process with the students, is to see that final day when they bring in the final project and we watch it.